Shit, he better. He better take me serious, but I don't think so. I think they training. I think they're training as hard as they can. Um, I think they putting a little trying to put a little mastermind squad together to coach for this fight, and it's gonna be a good fight. I'm gonna tell you like this: we're preparing for the best Javante Davis that's going to be, that everyone's ever seen. That's what we're preparing for. We're not preparing for a guy who might not be focused. We're not preparing for a guy who might be lazy or anything like that. We're preparing for the best version of him.
Javante Tank Davis just got the biggest wake-up call of his career. And it didn't come from Lamont Roach Jr. inside the ring. It came from the man who once stood in his corner, Floyd Money Mayweather. That's right, Floyd is officially siding with the opposition. Ahead of one of the most anticipated rematches in boxing, Mayweather was spotted visiting Lamont Roach's training camp, and not just for a friendly handshake. Cameras caught Floyd lacing up gloves, offering advice, walking Roach through defensive stances, and studying Tank's old habits like a chess player dissecting his former protege. This isn't just business. This is personal.
I could have stopped him. It's me. It's me. Definitely my fault. It's all right. You know what I mean? You live and you learn. I definitely could have. That was on me, too. That was on me for sure. Because I ain't pick it up when I supposed to pick it up. And I could have definitely did more. Just a lot going on. But, again, it was myself, But you got to go to the gym and, get back to the drawing board and, train a little harder.
For years, Floyd and Tank were a powerhouse duo. Mayweather Promotions built Tank into a star, with Floyd ringside for his biggest moments. But like most things tied to Floyd, it turned into ego and control.
I remember first hearing an issue between Floyd and Javante before Javante fought Pedraza. And the issue I heard was that Floyd didn't want Javante to stay in Baltimore because he felt there was too many distractions for him in Baltimore, and he wanted to stay in Vegas. And the story I was told at that time was that Floyd gave Javante one of his penthouses or one of his apartments in the Palms Hotel, and he said, "This is your apartment. I'll furnish it for you." He got him a Jeep. At the time, Javante was not a world champion. He got him like a Jeep, a 4x4. He basically said, "I'll make it comfortable for you. I don't want you to go to Baltimore. I want you to stay here. I don't think Baltimore is the place for you, And what I was told was Javante sold all the furniture, sold the Jeep, and went back to Baltimore and bought a Benz. With that's what I was real. That's what I was told at the time. So
the mentorship fell apart. And now, Floyd's backing the very fighter who could take Tank down. And let's not forget, Lamont Roach nearly did that already. The first fight between Roach and Tank wasn't supposed to be competitive. Roach was the underdog, expected to be another highlight reel victim for Davis. Instead, Roach came in like a man with a mission. He had the jab, the footwork, the timing, and most importantly, the heart. From the opening rounds, he exposed Tank's lack of preparation. He beat him to the punch, frustrated him, and kept the pressure high.
Oh, nice double left hook by Roach to the body and then to the head. Right there it is. Oof. And Davis just got backed up with a counter right from Roach.
That's a big moment.
With the left. Oh, and that right, but Davis took off some of the steam of the punch, but still, Roach leaned with right.
He took a knee.
He took a knee. What is he doing?
He forgot his...
Nice combination from Roach. Oh, another right hand, another right left by Roach. Nice combination. They've got just over around 11 as well.
Maybe him getting caught.
Davis fighting on even terms here in the 11th. Both of them have landed.
Has to keep doing that. Roach said the familiarity, knows his weaknesses. It's one thing to say it.
The decision is a majority draw.
I mean, this guy ate Tank's punches like they were nothing.
How do you assess his power after being in there for 12?
He got decent power. For sure.
I ain't gonna say it's exaggerated. I told y'all I got a chin. I ain't going like that. It's just not gonna happen. But like I said, I see why he knocked people out, and I think he felt my power too. Like I think that's what negated a lot of his shots. And once I took his best shot, I was like, oh yeah, it's time to roll. Like I said, I knew I had a chin. I mean, I spar guys that were like junior middleweights, like current champions that was at that weight. So I know I can take a punch. He's twitchy in there. Like I do see why he knocked people out. I mean, like being up close and personal. Obviously, I seen it on the TV like that, but I understand why he knocked people out. I'm not gonna tell y'all because y'all gonna tell him.
The 9th round knockdown that wasn't called? Yeah, that's still being debated today. Many believe Roach should have won that night.
Tank did that, so I know the got in his eye, but they should have countered it. They would have countered it, it would have went to Lamont Roach. What I didn't like about Tank, he was gassing up Lamont Roach way too much, and he was already talking about like retiring.
He seemed a little distracted, didn't he, in the fight?
That wasn't the same Gervonta Davis we're really used to seeing.
It just lets you know how corrupt like these governing bodies are, bro. If that dude took a knee, not only did he take a knee, he said, hold on real quick. Let me get this out of my eye. How is that not a point? Like,
you know, funny thing, bro, that's why I cut my braids off. I had braids, and I had the same thing. I went through the same shit. When I fought Andre, that shit was burning my eyes, so I cut that shit off.
Tank may have walked away with a draw, but he didn't walk away with his pride. The backlash was intense. Instead of praise, headlines questioned if he'd lost his edge. Fans said he looked distracted, overrated, and unfocused, like the hunger was gone. Social media tore him apart. Meanwhile, Roach gained everything: respect, momentum, validation. He walked out of that ring a star.
Clearly in there, man. I thought I won. I thought I did enough to get the victory over a spectacular fighter. I told y'all from the beginning, man, that I got the skills to pay the bills. I've been telling y'all that. And I'm just glad I got to show it, honestly. I'm glad I got to show it. I appreciate, like I said before, I appreciate true boxing media. Some guys that didn't count me out. So that's just how I feel, man. I think I won. And I can't wait to do it again. I can't wait to dance again.
And now he's coming into the rematch with more confidence than ever, with the biggest boxing brain of the modern era in his corner and possibly the greatest of all time. Mayweather stepping in is a power move on so many levels. First, it's an ego flex. Floyd built Tank from scratch. He knows his style inside and out, and now he's using that knowledge to take him down.
Tank Davis, he was a young kid, came up to me when he was a kid, wanted an autograph. I signed his phone for him and told him, you'll be world champion someday, and I'll be your promoter. Years later, he was working with some people from our team, because our team is huge. We got guys in DC, Baltimore, Philly, New York, all around. He won a few fights. I think he was like 8 or 9-0. I told him, in under 24 months, you'll be world champion. Made the right moves, put him in the right position. He's a multi-millionaire now.
Absolutely.
He was a kid that couldn't even buy a bus ticket. Now he's a multi-millionaire.
But it's also symbolic. Floyd choosing Roach is the ultimate betrayal. He's not just training a fighter. He's siding with the man who exposed his former golden boy. It speaks volumes about where Tank and Floyd's relationship stands now.
Do you think Floyd did that intentionally?
Yeah, for sure. Yeah.
Why? After so much time? After, like, I guess, again, after what we think he helped you come into the game, he gave you the spotlight. Like, why would he try to diminish your career?
Because at that time, I don't want to go too deep into it, because I don't want to bring up but it was somehow that they were saying that I was messing with his daughter off of the fact that she kept Snapchatting me.
Okay.
She kept hitting me on the Snapchat. So they sent it to Floyd, and Floyd bugged out.
Okay.
So that's what made it like.
And you think that was the downfall of y'all career? I mean, y'all
no, it was a
relationship,
downfall.
not career.
Yeah,
relationship.
It wasn't a downfall of my career. I mean, our relationship, because it was more things that he was doing. Like,
he scheduled a fight, I think.
Their beef has been simmering for months. Tank's made it clear he doesn't trust Mayweather anymore. He's accused Floyd of holding him back, using him for clout, and pocketing profits from his career.
What set you off that you was like, I gotta do that?
A lot of people don't know that what Floyd do. He said.
So you feel like it was a sub, like he was subbing you, like, oh, like
he was going at me. He was going at me, and I knew for sure he was going at me. That's why I went at him. There's no reason for me to go at Floyd.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking. Cause I feel like y'all got, I would say love, hate, but it's been like the last interview you showed them love. This week it was whatever. But is that sometimes like, you know, is it just like big bro, little bro seeing things different, or what is it to you?
No, Floyd don't never. He felt as though I'm at that point where as though I passed him. And I'm doing it at a young age. Like when Floyd was 29, you'll see, bro.
Yeah.
That deal that I'm talking about.
Yeah. Oh, that's a part of the
deal. He don't know about that yet. But that's bigger than his deal.
Damn. Wow.
And I'm just releasing.
It's exclusive. That's exclusive. Bigger than Floyd deal.
Yeah.
Tank, don't cap, nigga. That's a lot of bread.
You'll see. It's gonna come out.
He even ditched longtime trainer Calvin Ford, claiming loyalty issues after Calvin started helping Floyd on a separate exhibition. It was messy, it was loud, and it left Tank feeling alone in a sport built on teams.
Something is definitely going on between Calvin Ford and Gervonta Davis. Now, we all seen that knockdown in the 9th round, but what you probably didn't see is what happened after that in between rounds. Check this out. Coach Barry Hunter trained Tank for this fight with Lamont Roach, not Calvin Ford. A lot of people were saying that this performance has something to do with that. So, is something really going on between Calvin Ford and Tank Davis? Check out what Tank had to say.
No, I wasn't really paying attention to the crowd. You know what I mean? I was more so. It's something we gotta work on in the corner, for sure.
Now, it feels like the walls are closing in. Instead of preparing for the most important rematch of his life, Tank is distracted again. He's flirting with exhibition fights. He's promoting a bizarre showdown with Jake Paul, an influencer-turned-boxer who outweighs him by nearly 50 pounds. That fight, scheduled for months after the Roach rematch, is already getting more attention from Tank than the guy who nearly beat him.
Who were you going to call out? What was the plan originally?
I think he was here. He came in my locker room.
Shakur Stevenson?
He wasn't in my locker room.
Jake Paul?
Next question.
Man, god damn, that's not the Gervonta I know.
It's a dangerous mindset, because Roach isn't a stepping stone. He's a real problem. He's improved. He's sharper, and now with Floyd's guidance, he's coming in with a blueprint tailored to Tank's every weakness.
How many rematches have you fought?
0.
What do you have to do to create enough separation where this don't happen again?
Whew, it's a good question. It's going to be based on my training camp. I have to push myself a little harder if that didn't get me the win. And I have room. I definitely have room. I'm not going to lie, I have room.
You believe you fought the best Gervonta, or do you think he got some more gears?
100% for a fact. I think he might have some more gears, but I fought the best Gervonta that night. I don't want people to get it misconstrued or whatever the case may be. He's a hell of a fighter. Hell of an IQ, great punching power, good speed, and a really good boxing ability. A lot of people underrate that. Don't think because of what I did, y'all think y'all can just go in there and think y'all can have the same night, you know what I'm saying, or do the same thing. He still will go upside your head and crack you, and you know what I'm saying, you might end up on the floor. Everybody not built the same. And that's what people getting messed up. He did a whole lot of things that was good in that fight. A whole lot. And I'm telling you right now, if he wasn't as good of a fighter as he was, that would have been, you know what I'm saying? I would have steamrolled him. Don't get that misconstrued. He's still the guy he is. It's just he ran into a guy that's on the same level.
The game plan isn't just technical, it's psychological. Floyd knows exactly how to rattle Tank. He knows the buttons to push. And Roach, he's the perfect student. Focused, disciplined, no drama, just pure work. This is about legacy, Tank's legacy. A loss here wouldn't just sting, it would confirm what critics have been saying. The pound-for-pound hype is over. And with Floyd now backing Roach, it would feel like the final move in a Masters game. Mayweather proving he still runs the sport.
When Floyd left Bob Arum,
it's good for them to do it and become their own boss. And then if another guy does it, it's not good for the sport. He's disloyal. And what's wrong with Tank saying he want to be his own boss? And honestly, I've been there. The relationship between them two is very toxic. It's a toxic relationship. It's up and down and up and down. And I'm not gonna elaborate to everything that I know, but it's a very toxic relationship. And that's why when I tweet stuff, I don't tweet often, but when I tweet, I may fire off 50 tweets in the day. And that's why when I tweeted certain things about the relationship, Tank retweeted it because he knows. Like, I'm not just gonna say what it is. It's a very toxic relationship. It's back and forth. And I think it will serve him best to go and be his own boss.
Even Tank's biggest fans are starting to get nervous. He's training inconsistently. He's dropping cryptic posts about retirement. He's beefing online instead of staying in the gym. And, worst of all, he's underestimating Roach. Again, it's a dangerous pattern. Roach, on the other hand, is playing it perfectly. Silent grind, calculated moves. And with Floyd in his corner, his fight IQ just hit another level.
I got my own fucking defense, man. That's the Mayweather. I got my own style in boxing. That's the Floyd Mayweather style. My dad taught me to show the rope. But the thing is this, I don't care who done it first. It's mine because I mastered it. And somebody said the Philly shell. My thing is this, I love Philadelphia. But at the end of the day, that's the Mayweather defense.
He's not just training to land shots. He's learning how to control the moment, manage Tank's pressure, and flip the narrative. The rematch is shaping up to be one of the most emotionally charged fights in years. Floyd, being in Roach's corner, doesn't just mean advice. It means cameras. It means eyes. It means leverage. Every quote, every photo, every training clip gets weaponized. And Floyd knows how to use that spotlight better than anyone. He's hyping the fight, sure, but he's also telling the world who he believes in, and it's not Tank. That public support from Mayweather is also a major psychological advantage for Roach. It reinforces everything he's been feeling since the draw. That he was right, that he's good enough, that he belongs in the top tier of boxing. And with Floyd validating that belief, he's going to enter the ring more confident than ever.
If I hit him with a little jab or whatever the case, oh, that ain't nothing. Or if he hit me, or if I block a shot, I was like, oh, too slow. Or, you know what I'm saying, stuff like that.
Meanwhile, Tank's carrying the weight of expectation and betrayal. He has to remind the world he's still the star. Still the knockout artist that packs arenas and bodies opponents. But the cracks are showing. The first fight with Roach exposed his vulnerability. When the pressure rises and his opponent holds firm, Tank falters. Now, with Floyd strategizing from the other side, that pressure is boiling over.
I never seen Tank really fought nobody that they really was like on the scene since a kid. Right. You know what I'm saying? Like Mario Barrios is still kind of green. Frank Martin is still kind of green. The only guy he really fought that was on the scene since a kid was Ryan. And I feel like that still was a competitive fight up until the body shot. Right. So I feel like with Lamont, it was still like Tank in one of them other fights where it's like, this is a good fight. Yeah, you know, they both grew up in DC. He been in the ring with Tank. He got that like attitude where it's like, you can't go back to the block if we let Boy do something to you. Right. Like, so like, I knew that it could be a good fight, but I'm still like, nah, Tank gonna beat him. When I got in the arena, it wasn't a surprise because it's like I said, I know what Lamont come with. Right. It just was, he just showed what I thought could possibly happen. But if Tank would have beat him easier, it would never been a surprise.
Right. So who did you think won the fight?
A draw. I say it over and over. I don't think Lamont did enough to for them to raise his hand and take Tank reputation and everything that Tank built.
Taking a knee, you felt that should have been called a knockdown?
Yes, it should have been called a knockdown for sure. I've never seen that in boxing, but you do gotta realize though, like in boxing, if a guy if something wrong with you, something getting your cup, something is like fucking up with you, how do you take a pause in the action?
In amateurs, you could do that.
Tank probably thought hold up, let me take a step back, hold up, but you know.
It is what it is.
And if it was somebody else, they would have counted, though, I believe. Of course. Yeah.
And let's not forget, there's still the Jake Paul circus looming in the background. That's the biggest red flag. Because while Roach is training for war, Tank is promoting entertainment. Fans aren't stupid. They see what's happening. One fighter is here for belts. The other looks like he's here for bags.
Didn't say you got your eye on Tank. What do you think about the rumors of Tank and Jake fight?
Man, Tank disrespectful to the sport if he choose that over fighting with me. I'm the best fighter in the sport. I've been telling him that. And he called cap on it. So if you gonna call cap and say I'm not who I say I am, come prove it.
Floyd sees it too. That's why he pivoted. He's always been about the money, but he also cares about the game. And right now, Lamont Roach is the one playing it right. Focused, strategic, dangerous.
You and Gervonta Davis, this is not the first time that you guys have gloved up. What is it like for you coming back all these years and getting in the ring with someone that I'm sure you respect and someone that was also coming up, with you as well?
It's just a testament to like, obviously we were there for a reason. The second time we fought, it was for 1 and 2 in the nation. So now, here we are again, fighting for who's the best probably in the world at our weight. That's a big, strong testament of what he's done in his career, how he was able to stay the course and become a big superstar, and how I was able to stay the course and show that we were there for a reason. Now we on pay-per-view stage, main event, getting paid X amount of dollars.
Yeah.
We literally came up in the same amateur boxing background, literally like neck and neck. So that's what boxing is about.
As fight night approaches, the energy around this rematch is electric. It's more than boxing. It's a power shift. If Roach wins, he doesn't just take Tank's status. He exposes the cracks in the Mayweather empire that Floyd himself is now helping widen. And if Tank loses, under these circumstances, it'll be hard to recover.
When is Gervonta Davis going to go somewhere in the pound for pound? Anui deserve to be in the pound for pound? Absolutely. Do Terrence Crawford deserve to be in the pound for pound? Absolutely. But what about Gervonta Tank Davis? He deserve to be somewhere also in the pound for pound.
Why don't they give him that credit?
Because he was affiliated with me.
So, what happens next? Will Tank step up, silence the critics, and prove that he's still the monster everyone feared? Or will Roach, armed with Mayweather's playbook, pull off the upset and become boxing's new headline king? One thing's for sure, the cameras are rolling, the training camps are heating up, and the tension is off the charts. This isn't just about Tank versus Roach anymore. It's about Mayweather versus Davis, the student versus the master. And only one side is walking out with the last laugh.